Alright, so I'm just going to clip together these manually. There's going to be a pause in between. For some reason, the merger program I'm using is just not working today. It's worked fine before, but... Alright, let's just play this video. Listen to this whole interview. It's really interesting.
That we've known about for years. And what does the shadow government want this world to be like? Basically, a one-world globalist tyranny controlled by them, of course, the neocons, neoconservatives, so-called. But they're not really conservatives, they're radicals, because they're seeking a radical destruction of our way of life for the last 200 years. They're basically introducing an alien, anti-American form of tyranny, which has more to do with old Europe and Asia than it has to do with this country. And many of the ultimate goal, of course, is to advance their own agenda. Certainly, expansion of Israel's borders from the Nile to the Euphrates, as they say the Bible mandates, is certainly a major goal, no question about it. Emulation of Sharon's government in Israel turned the U.S. into sort of a super Israel, I think, is another purpose. And if you look at what's going on now with the propaganda war, all this 9/11 sort of and exaggerations and lies and so forth by these criminals around Bush, that is certainly aimed at the agenda. Territorial expansion of Israel in the Middle East is the major goal. There's no question about it. That's the key motive I haven't talked enough about. But we do have the trillions of dollars of oil, the weapons.
Now, you notice how Alex agreed with him, though, and then he tries to digress and get Stanley off of the topic. If you've noticed that, this is what I'm saying. That's why I don't know if he was control opposition. I don't know in the beginning. But I know for sure now he's control opposition. But like I said, maybe he was like British intelligence at first or CIA for all we know. And maybe he shifted over. I don't know. But just listen to the rest of it.
The 1.7 to 1.9 trillion cost of a 5-year occupation paid into the Carlyle Group and others, the domestic police state crackdown, the smokescreen for economic collapse while they consolidate, while they suck Enron and other companies dry, they can declare national security on investigations of that. But I would agree with you about Israel because what makes me lean more towards what you're saying is that as being one of the central, crown jewels or the star of the crown there, one of the big ones, the headpiece, is that the announcement 3 months ago by Reuters, by Israel, the government's going to let us kill American citizens in America. No judge, no jury, no nothing. They're just going to kill us.
All right, so I just wanted to play that with you. He said he agrees with him on Israel, that they're in control of our government, the neocons are, and they're basically making this country into a mini Israel. Now, since I said that, he also implicates 9/11 in this, like I said, within the first literally 5 minutes. He says that Mossad basically hung out with the hijackers and Mossad helped train them and stuff like that. So now let's see what he says. This video's not going to the...
He seemed scared legitimately, so I say it was just a puppet. Saudi hold the 15. The FBI was ordered not to stop them. Whatever, once they got on the planes, we don't know.
So now he says it's Saudi Arabia. And finally, let's go to the last one. I'm just going to have some commentary on this clip before I play it. So pay attention to how Steve Buchanan, which he's also control opposition, but listen to how he actually blames Israel, and then how Alex completely dismisses the idea that Israel is behind it. Listen to it.
Israeli operatives immediately called me up and said the planes had attacked the towers and they were collapsing. And I said there's no precedence in the history of any building where a plane has crashed and collapsed the building. And immediately, within minutes of the time, I said, this is a false flag. Oh, you must be an Arabist. And I said, now I know involved. So it was Israel. I knew the Pakistani senior intelligence officers come here because I was forewarned by one of his predecessors, Yaqub Khan, that the Pakistani generals were involved in a potential coup. I was forewarned that the Israelis would be involved because they had people like Michael Chertoff, who should have been because he had a citizenship here and in Israel and was in charge of Homeland Security, who his loyalty have never been to the United States. Actually, these American Jews whose loyalty is to Israel have never American government, never been in the American military, but are more than happy military, as Zub Daigheim has done, as Emmanuel, and that
Steve
whole
Pachinik,
family, both on the Republican and Democratic side.
sure.
So,
Steve Pachinik,
cut him off.
we got to go to break. StevePachinik.com. You're hearing it from somebody inside the system. He's going to tell you, just let the chips fall where they, because it's all going to come out. Stay with it.
Get ready.
Now, I'm going to go back to Dr. Pachinik here in a moment, and I knew he would specifically go into Israel and its connection to the large block of people that blame Israel give a banana peel on the ground and they step on it and fall down. There's also another group of people that think that whatever the politicians do in Israel's perfect, that's where the end of the world's going to happen, and you know, it's like breaking a mirror. If you say anything wrong about anybody in Israel, you're going to go to hell, and that's just as stupid. And I've tried to really stay out of all of it. Israel is run by different political factions. It does all the same stuff other corrupt governments do. Israel openly has backed ISIS for the first 4 years and Al-Qaeda, along with our government, the French, and the Turks, everybody else. And people say, and then the white supremacists say, oh, look, you're defending Israel, saying other people do it too. No, I'm just not mentally ill like you.
So what do we get out of this? If you blame Israel, you're a white supremacist. And if you blame Israel, you're mentally ill. Oh, yeah. Totally exposed. Thank you.